If you're running a home improvement or repair business, I can assure you, you don't need more leads. You have a different kind of problem. Let me tell you a quick story. So a few months ago, we tried to get a new hot water tank in our house. And I live in a smaller city here in Canada. I called 3 providers. The first 2 were my top pick because they were the first to be listed on Google. They had more reviews. They've been in business for a long time. But one of them sent me straight to voicemail. So I hung up, I called the next one. And the next one, there was a lady who picked up the phone, but she couldn't really help me. She couldn't give me a quote. She couldn't give me an understanding. She didn't really give me a clear next step in terms of what I can expect. She just told me to call back another time when I had more information about my water tank versus suggesting someone should come to me. So I called the third provider who was really not even on my list, right? Like the review wasn't even as high. But somebody picked up the phone and was able to ask me about my problems and suggested a solution. And I'm a busy business owner, I have a family, I have things to do. So I just went with them. And guess what? My water tank is in, there's no problem. And yeah, life goes on. My point here is, I think most customers, they hire the first company that makes them feel like they're taken care of. It's not about who's the cheapest. It's not about your 37 years of family-owned history and pride. It's not even about your warranty. A lot of times when people call, they're just looking to get immediate help. They're looking to feel confident in that purchase decision. It's whoever owns the emotional momentum will get the sale. I think too many times businesses, they think it's a competition about quality, but you have to remember the quality of your work can be shown after you've done the work, but you got to think about where you are before the work. You're not competing on the quality of the work, you're competing on speed. So the point I'm trying to say is you don't need more leads. I bet if I go into your computer system, I'm going to find tons of contacts, email exchanges, website form fill outs, tons of people who you've tried to talk to and they have gone cold. So 2 things to do here: have system and people in place that can always pick up the phone. If you outsource an experienced call center rep from the Philippines, you're looking to pay like $70 a day for somebody to be always picking up the phone. As soon as they pick up the phone, they don't have to give that customer a quote right away. They don't have to have all the information that your technician has. But what they can do is make that customer feel heard. They can say, hey, thanks so much for your call. We appreciate it. Bob is just on site right now, and I really do want to get him on the line for you because the problem you're describing, he can really share his expertise and help you solve the problem in the fastest way. So let me do this. I'm going to give Bob a call right after this call, and he's going to call you back. You know what? I'm going to call you back. I'll call you back and let you know when he can call you back. So customers just want to be felt heard. It's the first one that responds that typically gets the job. So if you get a website form that come in, somebody should be monitoring that all day. Because when that customer fills out that website form, or when they send you a message over Facebook, they are in that place in their mind where they are frustrated enough about the problem and they're ready to make a purchasing decision. So that's when you want someone to pick up the phone and make the booking right there. I know I'm not speaking to inexperienced people here. You guys run these businesses, you guys know what it's like, but you don't know how to have somebody in place for this. Well, that's the beauty, because the biggest solar companies, HVAC companies, and so forth in the world, they have their own in-house call center team from the Philippines. You're looking at paying $70 a day per person, and they just sit there. You can have rotating schedules. You can even have somebody that sits there after your office is closed. So you could literally have a 24/7 inbound sales machine that just provides great service. Now, after you do the work, you probably just do the work. You say, hey, you send them a card when their receipt, it says, please leave us a Google review. That's, a missed opportunity as well, because the best source of business, as you probably know, is your referral. So you could have your call center staff, your customer service reps, and your sales rep that you outsource from the Philippines, follow up with customers that you've served 3 months after the job, 6 months after the job, 9 months. Like, hey, how do you still like your kitchen counter? Is everything great? Oh yeah, we love it. Do you mind taking a photo of it and sending it to us so we can share on our Instagram story? And if you do that, maybe you can give them a little incentive, like a free checkup or a job or something like that. Or maybe 6 months later, you can send a bottle of wine, or on Christmas, you can send a card, because it's about being top of mind, right, for your customers, so that, you never know when they're out about their day, they meet someone they know, they have you top of their mind. That was a nice thing they did. That was nice that they checked in, and now I'm going to refer their business. Now, remember I said we're going to get back to the list of all the conversations that have gone cold because you probably have tons of leads there. Again, it's the same team. Just to email back and go, hey, how's it going? We spoke last July about this, and I know you probably picked another provider, but I want to tell you about some of the promotions we have going on today, or this is a new product or service that we got in. Or in the case of like solar companies, it can be a lead magnet like, hey, can you send us your utility bill? Again, if you're still in the market, and we can do analysis for you on how much you can save. Companies spend a lot of money on resource, sending out flyers in the door. They're wrapping their trucks and their vans, and they got branded polos and equipment all out there. You get it. Sales reps, they outsource contractors to do this, but really, I don't think you need more sales. Based on my experience of even trying to hire a contractor locally, where most of the time I'm just getting people who are unresponsive, I strongly believe that if I set up any business here in my city, I could run a lot of people out of business just by focusing on this. And you don't have to take my word for it, because when you look at the biggest home improvement and repair companies or solar and HVAC, general trades and contracting, they all have this one piece set up. They all have an outsourced sales and customer service department because it is the most economical way to do it. And you're hiring people who have experience working in this industry. Our clients who are in solar, they have the benefit of hiring from the Philippines because in Australia, most new homes that they build have to have a solar panel. For years now, Australia has been training a talent pool from the Philippines on how to work with developers, technicians on site. You're getting very experienced PV designers, electric engineers, project coordinators, sales reps, and all that. And now North America can benefit from that by hiring that same talent pool. So that's it. My company helps businesses in North America hire exceptional talent from the Philippines. I really encourage you to try to do this yourself, but if you do need help, link in the description, give us a call.